After the Bitcoin halving just got completed, Bitcoin is bouncing back towards the upside, flipping this previous resistance into support right now. And on today's update video, I will be discussing the liquidation heat map because Bitcoin always follows the liquidity. And in this video, I will be, of course, in depth discuss where the liquidity is being built up, why the funding rates are negative right now, and why this is extremely bullish for Bitcoin. So without any further ado, don't forget to slap up that like button once again, back above 1,000 likes. That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content, because right now on the imminent short term, we need to be paying attention towards this very important Bitcoin trend. But before, I want to be quickly congratulating everyone out there with the Bitcoin halving, because right now officially the Bitcoin production has been cut in half, and officially right now the production of Bitcoin is 3.15 from of this moment of time and for the coming 4 years. And in 4 years from now on, it's going to get cut in half again. And due to this, we always get a massive Bitcoin bull market. But about this, I will be talking a little bit later in today's update video. Because first, I want to be discussing the imminent short term, where Bitcoin, of course, is creating this significant downtrend. And right now, for the first time, looks to be flipping the downtrend back in towards an uptrend and looking to be flipping this very previous resistance right here into support right now. So whenever Bitcoin is indeed seeing this successful retest, we are right now looking for somewhat of a trend reversal. And as the Bitcoin trend is right now reversing, we can start to see that next leg towards the upside. And yes, really, if we're going to be looking at the next resistance targets, I think that realistically speaking, the next box of resistance is going to be sitting somewhere around $67,000 US. But I think Bitcoin is going to be creating a far greater move. However, I want to be quickly pointing out, it is currently Saturday, and due to the fact that it is a Saturday, we are indeed creating another CME futures gap. You can currently see that the CME close price is sitting somewhere around 63.8k. So we're expecting that, of course, over the course of the weekend, Bitcoin is going to be just hovering around this price. But just like we've seen with previous CME gaps, we create a massive CME gap on the top side last weekend. So maybe this weekend around, we could create one on the lower side. I mean, we can clearly see with the high amount of volatility right now in the market that this is definitely a possibility for playing out on Bitcoin right now. Of course, it's no guarantees, and of course, usually it doesn't tend to be happening. But if it were to be happening, of course, you are going to be the first one to be notified on this channel. But what we want to be doing here is right now just look at this Bitcoin trend and see where Bitcoin is going to be going towards for the foreseeable future, right? So we're clearly trading in a consolidation phase from that big support level on the lower side to the big resistance on the top side. And basically all we're seeing right now here is that Bitcoin is consolidating between the low and the high right now of the region, and we're bouncing between those every single time. And yes, if you've been watching the channel for quite a while right now, you do know that I have been waiting for Bitcoin to be retesting this orange box right here, because I have said it so many times in my past videos. I will be longing Bitcoin on the orange box, and that is exactly what I did. And honestly, Bitcoin just perfectly bounced from off this region, and I've said many times before that I still think that there is a possibility that Bitcoin is indeed going to be still going to the lower side of this region. But the lower Bitcoin is going to go in this region, the bigger the risk to reward is going to become. And as the risk to reward becomes bigger, I'm only going to be opening up bigger positions. So for me, if Bitcoin really comes down from off this point, I'm only becoming more and more bullish. And one of those reasons why I am becoming more and more bullish as the Bitcoin price comes down here, or as it is right now also going up, is because due to the fact that the funding rates are negative. And this is a very important signal to be paying attention towards. And the funding rates basically tell us something about the A and B book. And right now it is clearly indicating us that the majority of the traders are actually trading short. And that makes me extremely bullish. And you can see it over here on this chart. We're seeing the funding rates going negative. And if we're going to be looking back all the way to the previous bull market, and I've talked about this many times before on the channel, every single time in the previous bull market, once the funding rates went negative, it was an historical buying opportunity, like you can see over here, like you can see over here, boom, like you can see over here, like you can see over here. Every single time, and I mean it happened even more, you can see it happened over here, every single time once the funding rate dipped negative in the bull market, it was an opportunity to long the market, because that marked the bottom always. And it is currently happening while we are indeed trading above $64,000 US. So this historical signal is flashing again, and this is because the majority of the sentiment is right now bearish. People are saying, oh, we're going down to $58,000, oh, we're going down to $52,000. That is what I hear most common. People saying it is just not going to be happening if everyone is going to be keeping shorting Bitcoin. And while that is happening, while everyone is shorting Bitcoin, we can see that there is a ton of liquidity being built up on the top side. More than $2.8 billion US worth of liquidations is currently getting built up above us because everyone is of course trading short here, and it's sitting around 71.6k. More liquidity is being built up, but like I said in many videos before, Bitcoin always follows the liquidity. So I think eventually Bitcoin is going to be pushing up and take out the liquidity here on the top side. So I don't really believe there's a big reason to be bearish on Bitcoin right now, because I think that ultimately we're going to be having a big push towards the upside. If Bitcoin really is going to come down from this point, it would be only a gift, and I will be opening up an even bigger long position if we were to be coming any lower than at this point where we're currently trading on. I mean, this is a very good opportunity you have, and if you want to be taking this opportunity with a trade, you can currently claim a free $200 trade on Bitcoin or Ethereum, and all you need to do for it is go to the link description of today's video. If you press on this link here on Bybit, you can currently go to the website, you come to this page, you press on register to claim, and if you do so, all you need to do is deposit $100 in your first 7 days, and you will be getting a free $200 on the Bybit exchange. It's a very, very good deposit bonus you could be claiming right now on the best cryptocurrency trading exchange out there. So if you're interested in trading Bitcoin or crypto, or if you want to be using any other functionalities of the best trading exchange out there, check it out in the link description of today's video. But let me continue in the video right now, because yesterday actually we saw some more positive inflows on the ETF, which is of course very nice, but of course nothing very big is happening right here. Of course we had the Bitcoin halving, and like I discussed many times before, the most amount of gains always come after the halving, and since the halving right now has been here, this is now the time to be looking forward. And I said it many times before, even if we're going to get only a 200% pump, we're already going to go to $200,000 and beyond. So this is not really the right time to be bearish on Bitcoin. And I do believe that we are just about to be having an enormous gains to be made here. And historically, if we're going to be looking back at 2017, it took us an approximately 100 days before really the exponential bull run started. Here, it took us an approximately 70 days. So please give it maybe another 2 months before we're really going to be going exponential, but we're entering the stage right now where things can start to be moving very quickly again. I think if we get another 70 days of sideways consolidation, it's going to be extremely good for the market, but of course it's going to be extremely boring. But yeah, the longer we're going to consolidate above $60,000, the more bullish eventually is going to be for Bitcoin. Any 20% correction at this stage in the market is just an opportunity you should take with both hands, and you should not ignore it, because so far in this bull market, any 20% correction should have been bought up by you. And I mean, I've been buying them up here, and I've been talking about it for many times right now here, but the new standard for this bull market is 20% corrections. And if Bitcoin were to be coming down a little bit lower to $58,000, I'm still going to be even opening up a bigger position, because then we're having a 21% correction, which would probably mark the extreme bottom low here. And right now, if we really come down, I think a lot of people will actually panic, and that is of course a thing we want to be having, because the more people are panicking, the more bullish I become. And here on the weekly time frame, you can just see a bullish retest, and also what is even more important, the liquidity in the market is still increasing, and as liquidity is increasing, the overall performance of the market is only going to be growing, and as more liquidity is in the market, Bitcoin is just going to be even going higher from that point onwards. So I don't see a reason to be bearish on Bitcoin right now here. It is extremely liquid. The liquidity is increasing rapidly. And yeah, it just makes me extremely bullish on Bitcoin. So yes, super excited, super bullish. But this was it for me in today's update video. Congratulations to the halving, everyone out there. And if you learned something from this video, slap on the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your friends so they can learn also a little bit more about trading Bitcoin. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.